You are tuned in to the New Old Heads podcast, premiered every Thursday at noon at bringingdowntheband.com and brought to you by No Bad Ideas, Coleman Dental, Printfinity, and Team Backpack. Support the New Old Heads by visiting our Patreon at patreon.com/newoldheads.
Episode 94, the New Old Heads podcast. I am Major 7th. I make beats. I got the hard drive to prove it. I do want that smoke. Longevity with the chalices in front of me. How are you, sir?
I am well.
Good to see you.
How are you?
Doing pretty well, man. I can't complain.
All right.
In the corner, as always, fresh to death, rocking the Printfinity camouflage tee. Support your local businesses. Pay that brother. Pay that man. I think that's a rollie on his wrist, but I ain't gonna blow him up. DJ Jay Diff.
Salutations.
What's going on, man?
Hey.
That's it?
Yep.
That's all you got?
Yep.
You saving it for when we go to the rundown, right?
Yep.
Okay. I don't know
Shout out
what
Tay.
this is, but
I don't know. Sean picked it.
yeah, he usually picks something like this. So
I just pick random.
I know what this is.
Most people know what this is.
Yes.
I know what it is.
It's kind of a classic.
It
Yep.
is.
I'm cool.
Oh,
The voice
Is it what I think it is?
Breast.
Maybe it's not what I think it is, but
Well,
anyway.
there's the first ding for this episode. The incomparable DJ Spoolz is back from his travels around the world. What's up, my good brother?
Hello, Michael. How are you?
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you too, man. Good
Haven't heard that
to be
hello.
home.
Haven't heard that hello, Michael, in a little bit, man. It's good to hear that.
Good to say it.
I forgot to
You
do
know?
that.
Yeah. What?
I forgot to do
Oh,
that.
for the Night Rider. I see. They might not be old enough for that.
Nah,
Some will, but they might not catch that. Shout out to Michael Knight, Knight Industries.
Kid.
Kid was that dude.
Michael.
Y'all remember when the car got smashed up and it was still on the intro?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I was mad about that. Super pursuit mode.
Kit was
Hey, Kid was
something else.
Yeah, Kid's voice was, what's my man's name? What sitcom is that?
No idea.
Boy Meets World.
Ben
yeah.
Stein.
That's what it is.
Nah,
Mr.
Griffin.
Freeney.
Mr.
Yeah.
Freeney. That's what it is.
you know, in high school, I had an '87 Trans Am that looked very, very similar to the Knight Rider car, and
This
it
is
had
a-
a digital
He was
dashboard,
balling now.
this is a
Nice.
fact.
which was very different for that time.
This
That's
is a
cool.
fact. This is a fact.
Very
He was
cool.
balling.
No,
I don't know about that.
I saved
but
up my money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bought
all,
it.
all the girls.
Lone was a hard
Wanted to
worker,
ride
man.
with
Lone
you.
was a hard worker during the high school era, man.
Yeah.
He worked for what he had. I ain't gonna front.
Is
on
he
him.
still now?
Probably not.
Just in high school.
Just high school.
That's
Sorry.
I'm gonna go with,
$1,900
I'm
for
gonna
that
go with
car.
yes. Yeah.
Swag too.
Swag.
Till I wrecked it.
That's a whole nother story. Red August is in the building. Pay that man. Pay that
There he
man.
is.
Pay that man. That
Yeah.
brother does good work.
Pay him.
Pay that man. Cut him a check. Jay Moore is in the building as well. You cannot
There he
see
is.
him. You will hear from him if we mention St. Louis or
Nelly.
something that he is
Or Mr. Freeney.
yeah, something like that. So
Or
Jay,
Polo.
shout out to-
Or crime in St. Louis. You're gonna hear about how.
All
Or
they
if we
s-
bring up crime in Chicago,
All
Yeah.
they see is crime in the city.
he is the voice. He is the voice
that's
of
one of my favorite
Indianapolis,
like old school pieces though. I always like. That.
where he is conditioned, but he is my brother still. All right, episode 94. Charles Haley, I believe, Spoolz,
Yes.
5-time NFL champion, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
He has
Cowboys
3
and
with the
Niners.
Cowboys, 2 with the Niners. Is that right? Or did I get it wrong?
I'm not sure. We'd have to look that up, but
All right.
I know he's got a number of rings. Jay Moore, do you happen to know how many rings Charles
Jay
Haley
Moore,
has?
can we look up to see how many?
There you
I
go.
was correct.
So
All
Oh,
right.
you had it wrong the other way, Mike.
Joe
Sorry.
Montana football 94.
Yeah.
Hey, that game was actually halfway decent on Sega. Yeah, that game was halfway decent on Sega.
Yeah.
I thought this was Lost Boys, but it's
Oh,
not.
did you?
Yeah.
No, it's.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what's
Boy.
going on here. Yeah,
You never seen Lethal Weapon?
yeah, but yeah.
Man ass.
I don't know why. I don't know why I thought this was Lost Boys. But it's the
Oh,
beginning.
it's that
It's
era.
all good.
Is that
No,
right?
not Lost Boys. Yeah, Lost Boys. Sorry. Anyway, that's a classic.
It is.
The Lost Boys had a dope group.
Yeah, that word. A dope group.
Yeah. Shout out to Mr. Cheeks.
Ring the alarm. What was dude? He just did all the voice, the ad libs.
For them,
Yeah.
I can't call his name.
What was his
Everybody
name?
know Mr. Cheeks
Freaky
though.
Ty.
Freaky Ty. That's the dude that passed away, right?
Yeah.
Yep, that's what it is.
Freaky
Yep.
Ty did all the ad
Man, we
libs.
showing our age out
That's
here.
right.
He has
Yeah.
every song doing ad libs.
What was they joint? Lifestyle was. They had a couple joints. What was the?
Music gets me high.
Nah, something different though.
Nah, that was it.
They had a couple
That was a
jams.
joint.
Though.
And then Renee.
Renee, that's what I'm talking about. Renee.
I
Renee
don't
was,
think it wasn't no ad libs on Renee.
Renee was cold though.
It was. Yeah.
Ah, that's what
Shorty
it was.
went to law school.
So,
That means she studies law.
I see you.
Yeah.
I see you.
She
You
know-
lost him.
She know the
Oh,
law.
well.
Shout to AD, although he's not here.
AD,
this evening.
yeah, man. Shout out to the homie.
Shout
That's
to
our
him.
intern.
I wanted to hear what he had to say about some of these releases, but
Yeah.
we'll have
No.
to talk to him about it a little later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
he
You know what I'm
represents.
saying?
He'll be back.
He represents the youth for us. He helps us bridge that gap. So shout out to AD. Let's go ahead and jump in. I threw this on my Facebook page just to see, you know, if we could get, if I could get any just comments, any feedback.
You were
know how we
trolling.
do. I was trolling. This is not trolling though. I was actually curious to see what I would get.
Every post you put is a
It's
troll.
not. Stop putting that energy out in the atmosphere, man. Don't do that. But this is the question that I posed, and it got over I'm probably approaching 600 comments now over the past.
still
what's
checking
going, 3,
mentions?
4 days. They come to my phone, brother.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You still checking mentions.
Yeah, it's a
from
lot
that
of
post.
foolishness. It's a lot of foolishness.
Yeah.
Your unpopular opinion on music. So this is the thing that you say that everybody's like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that. You tripping. Like that's what this is. And you will not believe some of the swag right there. Can we zoom in on can you zoom in on the swag? Never mind.
Did
Mike.
you guys?
We'll catch it. We'll catch
Did you guys both respond to his post?
I did once.
Lone
Okay.
jumped in
I
once.
need to. I never did because I'm not on social media a lot. So I will when it's my turn to talk.
Spoolz, you'll be very frustrated with some of the responses, but
Okay.
since you haven't been a part of it, we'll go around this way.
No, I won't go first.
You don't want to go first? I was
No.
going to go
Now,
first and then
before
go to
we
you.
go, let's kind of mention what
Some of the stuff that we saw?
some of the other stuff.
Yeah.
that-
All right,
yeah.
so
And again, it's the. Mike put a post on Facebook that said, "Say your unpopular
your
opinion
unpopular
about
opinions
music
on music. Yes. And
below."
we've always had these conversations amongst ourselves, amongst our friends.
How many
or other-
comments did you get on it?
Let me check it. I will
Just
check
curious.
it. I will
Spoolz.
check it.
We
Spoolz.
just said this,
But
right?
we literally
What's the total number? Did we say it with, did we say it with the cameras rolling?
Man,
Yeah.
we did.
Okay.
that felt really good on my part.
Obviously, I tuned Mike out from time to
You
time.
did.
Yeah.
Look at God. Terry, I'll tell you what, brother.
What's
He said,
that?
Thank
Look at
you,
God.
man.
Look
it
at
took
God.
94 episodes. Thank
Hey
you,
man,
man.
I always call it like I see it.
No,
man.
they always do. You're just you think you're
You just
getting
have selective.
cyberbullied.
Spoolz,
Yeah,
stop,
he has
man.
selective
You're
hearing.
just being
Spoolz.
a cyber wiener.
Let us know some of the things that people said, man.
All right, man.
Yes.
So check this
So
out.
what was the number of comments?
Let's go to the
He
number
said it
of
was
comments.
approaching 600.
Yeah.
Dang.
And I'm not stunting here.
Did I say that when he said that too? Probably.
Thanks, Brad.
I don't know.
So did he mention the total number of comments that was on this post?
Thanks, Brad.
I think it was about
All right.
so about Parks.
All right. So the list
Right now,
yeah.
tell me how you feel about Parks now.
He would have been listening in.
Shout out to Parks and
seriously, like,
Recreation.
really? Word. Okay.
Shout out to Parks and Recreation. We see you 591
All right.
is what I got.
He's only got.
I'll tell you
he's
one
only
that
got
I heard.
17 friends.
Do you guys want me to read? Just read a couple.
No, I'll just see. I'll tell you some of the ones I heard just to make it easier.
All right, look. Before you do, let me just read this one, and I'm just gonna scroll through real
Okay.
quick. So here's one that says Trina body is not and never was. No, Trina body is not and never has been banging. That's one, and it says
That has nothing to do with music.
Nah.
So let's continue.
I'm telling you what's on the page. Hey, they Kendrick's overrated. That's one
Holy
that got
shit, that's wild.
Kendrick overrated. Got mad comments. And then here's one more. And I'll
I mean, that's
continue to-
everybody's entitled to their opinion. For sure.
Supreme Clientele is the best solo Wu-Tang album ever.
I
That's another
could
one.
argue that.
I'm actually for that. Go ahead, Terry. What did you see?
I saw, and I'm actually not surprised because you hang with some people that, or know some people that.
I like how you changed that.
Yeah.
I like how you changed that.
Yeah, I
Associate
give you that.
with
I
maybe.
give you that.
Yeah, go ahead.
My guy was killing Outkast.
Oh, that's Mob.
Was this-
I've already
the
talked
same
about
guy?
him.
I know,
Homie PA.
but
yeah,
that's
why
why
I
I
didn't
didn't
call his
even.
name.
I didn't even respond to it because it's slander and it's
He's dead
blasphemous.
serious. Yeah.
I know from what I was reading.
We've
he was
actually
dead
talked
serious.
about that on here before.
We have.
Yeah.
PA's
But he was
terrible
talking
when it
about
comes to
how bad Big Boy was.
Yeah, as a rapper. Mhm.
That was I mean, Big Boy kind of. At one point, Big Boy was the strongest member of Outkast,
Never.
in my opinion.
That's an opinion. Okay. I was about
In
to
my
say.
opinion,
Like
I never saw
early
it.
on.
early man.
I never saw it that way.
The first 2 albums. Listen. You gotta hear what I'm saying. You can't just say and not hear what I'm saying. Anyway, the first 2 Outkast albums.
Yeah.
Andre was shining, of course.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, Big Boy's verses were better than they kind of became later. So in those first 2 albums, him and Andre was kind of here. It was kind of going back and forth like this, in my opinion. And then Dre just did like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I fool Big Boy though. I ain't mad at that.
It was after Badu.
Okay.
So you got before Badu and after Badu Dre.
All right. That's cool. All right.
Kind of like how you got after Badu Common and before Badu.
He did have the knit boy on in the video with the signs and then
right.
the young lady that was there.
But yeah,
so I get that.
That was blasphemous.
All right.
But what I said,
yeah, give me yours. Just give me one. Just give me one. The one that everybody gives you backlash about. Give me that one.
MF Doom.
I think we're on the same page on this one.
Oh boy,
I've never rocked with MF Doom like that, man.
Excuse me, Red August.
Wow, we're gonna high five about that.
Yes. I'm just, I
don't get it. I just don't.
I mean, he got bars. He drops a lot of words. I know a lot of people, a lot of hip hop here is gonna see me saying this.
I almost wore my MF Doom shirt.
I'm just, I mean, MF Doom is cool, but he don't do it for me.
It just doesn't do it. Yeah,
that's fine. I mean,
another thing I said was I could really care less if Jay Electronica drops an album.
At this point, I agree with that.
We 2 for 2. I'm with you on that one.
For 2.
I wish that Street Life. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Street Life.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Street Life was on a lot of on 2 Method Man albums, at least 2 or 3. But I mean, he carried. Yeah, he carried verses,
That's a good reference.
Bars.
Pool. A lot of Dark Man.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a good album. The first one.
Yeah.
Is it The Heist or something? No, something like that. I don't know.
Cover was like purplish, I think.
Yeah, purple and black.
But nah, Street Life was cold.
No, for sure.
Yeah. He had some heat. He did.
Definitely had some heat. That was my 2 cents in the conversation.
Spoolz, I want you.
I want to hear what Sean's.
Spoolz, I want you to keep it tucked. Longevity. Give me. This is funny to me.
I feel like Sean could sit there for like 6 hours and just.
I've known
every few minutes just put something new in and just be like.
I've known him long enough to think. I think I've heard probably 90% of them.
I'm just gonna keep with the one that I posted in there. I think Busta Rhymes' catalog is better than Nas's, and I think he makes better music than Nas.
He did.
Oh,
he said it with he said it with confidence. Yeah,
and I'll argue it.
He said it with confidence.
Rhapsody just said that Busta Rhymes got a solid project.
Her and Ninth said it's dangerous. Yep. They both did. I'm a Busta fan.
I like
so
Busta
I'm curious
Rhymes,
about
but
that.
Oh man, I couldn't. Definitely.
Is there any particular reason, or is it just as a whole? You talking about just it's cumulative, like for your ear, Busta is more pleasing, is more creative.
We said it's unpopular opinions, right? So,
yeah.
All right, so you listen to. Exactly. I like his first one. I like his second one. I like his third one. I like his fourth one, and I like Genesis.
All right.
Then there was one in there I didn't really like too much, and then he came and he bounced back with the one that had the Rick James sample and the Stevie Wonder sample.
Stevie Wonder features. Those were both features.
Features, right. So he came back with that one, which I like that one.
Big Bang Theory.
That one was...
That was a damn good album.
Yeah. Was that the one that had New York?
Was ELE?
Yeah, that had New York shit on. That's a damn good album.
Second joint.
That was a dope album.
Yeah.
Extinction Level Event was
crazy.
That was third. Was his third album.
Was his third? Oh yeah, that's right. Because
Danger was his second.
Dangerous.
Yeah,
Coming.
That's right.
I don't know
Dangerous.
Busta's
Coming, Dangerous, Extinction Level Event. I liked
When
Anarchy.
Disaster Strikes.
I liked Anarchy. I think it had a lot of songs, but for as many songs as it had, there were a lot. That was actually how I got introduced to Rock Marciano, because he was on that album.
Oh yeah, he's a flip mode cat, right? Yep.
The first three Busta Rhymes albums to me are stupid. All 3 of them. Anarchy was cool.
I like Anarchy more than
the. I like Genesis more than Anarchy,
because some of the joints on there were really, really dope. But if we're
it ain't safe no more was whack.
We can compare it to Nas too. He had Nostradamus. And
Nostradamus was trash to me,
and I don't think Busta Rhymes.
Nostradamus was trash.
To me, it was trash.
Let me see.
Project Windows was cold, but after that, there was no songs that really stuck out to me.
Nostradamus was trash.
Nostradamus was trash.
Illmatic was good,
classic.
Of course.
It was written.
It was written. Yep. I am dope. Godson.
No, Nostradamus then Godson.
No, well I skipped over.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay. Godson was dope.
Well, Godson actually came out after Stillmatic.
Didn't the Lost Tapes come between that? Or no?
Stillmatic.
Yeah.
Stillmatic's pretty good.
And I didn't
Stillmatic's tight.
I didn't like Stillmatic.
I like Stillmatic.
How did you not like Stillmatic though?
Because it wasn't good.
You're the man.
it wasn't
You're the man
good?
is cold.
No. The
You're
beats
the
were
man
whack.
is cold.
Nah.
Oh goodness.
Nah.
That's the one that had one mic on it, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
You're the man is cold. Second Childhood is
I
cold.
like that one.
Second Childhood's really
Man.
dope.
Rewind-
Ether's on
Rewind
there.
was on
was
that.
cold. Ether was cold.
Man, that's
That
a
album
good
is
ass
cold.
album.
Good written.
See, Spoolz, talk to me, man. I'm not
Busta-
gonna
Busta
let him get my blood pressure up.
Busta never slacked on production ever. Never
It ain't
slacked.
safe no more. Was whack though.
I don't even know what that one is, so that can be his Nostradamus. It doesn't matter. It's still better than
No, man. No,
Yeah,
man.
I
Spoolz.
can't.
Unpopular music.
Because I'm not letting him
opinions,
get my blood pressure up. Spoolz, go
right?
ahead.
Just unpopular opinions.
I respect it though. I
A
respect
couple
it.
of things that just came to mind for me were that, like, I guess I don't think Rick Ross is or ever has been like a good rapper at
Okay.
all. Like
Okay.
actually good at rapping.
Definitely has good production.
Okay.
You know, Justice League and all those other cats for sure.
Good
I would
Lemon
also
Pepper
say
Wings,
I would
too.
also say the same about Lil Wayne. I know that might be very unpopular as
That's
well.
the best.
You've
That's
never
heavy.
liked anything yet?
No, I just said I don't think that he's a great rapper.
Oh.
That's heavy, Spoolz.
Sorry,
I respect it, though.
unpopular.
Yeah,
Unpopular.
I respect it. I
I'll
respect
say
it.
this. Maybe I'll say he doesn't, in my opinion, I'm coming from more of like the ability to rap well, right? You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just don't think these cats are either of those two. While they've received been very popular,
Right.
and I think for them, especially Wayne, that popularity has bled over into like people used to say Lil Wayne's the greatest rapper alive. It's like,
No, he
oh
used to
my
say that.
god,
And then younger.
but great. Like, I don't feel that way about
So you're
either of
saying
those
great's
two.
great's a little too much?
Yes, for
Okay.
both of them.
All right.
That
Definitely
I think
influential.
influential doesn't mean great.
Yeah,
man,
that's true.
I agree with that.
No, I agree.
I agree with that.
Now, and again, I'm not hating on these dudes. Like, they've made, or I guess made a lot of money. Super popular dudes, whatever. That's great. Like, that's fantastic. I just
money
don't
don't make you great, just
I
like
just
it don't
don't
make
think
you
you're-
real.
I just don't think they're great rappers.
I can do
That's
it.
fair. That's fair.
And the last one I would say is I would always like argue with, like, mess with kind of. I believe this and could argue either way, but really more believe what I'm going to say, and is that Eminem is not a top 5 or top 10 best rapper of all time.
I don't think he is either.
Yeah.
So
That's fair.
Because you'll bump into a lot of people sometimes that if you have that debate, they will definitely have his name.
Yeah,
raised.
I've actually heard that one before. I've heard that one.
we've talked about that.
Yeah,
before.
we've talked
We've
about
definitely
that.
talked
Yeah.
about that before. But those are the 3 that come to mind for me.
Fair enough. For me,
Also, not hating on Eminem, just don't.
yeah, Eminem is a legend. Like I'm in that group that would say he's a legend, but I also get what Spoolz is saying. Like Lone said, we've talked about that. For me, Dipset is overrated. That has always
You've
been.
definitely said that.
That's
You
the
have,
one.
and I don't feel like that's going out on much of a limb.
No.
But if you knew my friends, it's a major limb because they used to force Dipset on me.
I really like Cam, and I've liked Cameron through before Dipset and all that. So
Confessions of Fire Cam is what I was on, but I just feel like you can't tell the hip hop story without mentioning Dipset. I'm not gonna hate and be, one of those people. You gotta mention Dipset. They had a movement, especially with The Rock. I get it, but to me, it was the majority. It was
I would
the
say that
production.
movement actually was moving perfectly fine without The Rock, in my opinion. Cam dropped his best solo album on
The Rock,
Rockefeller.
though.
I will say that, but them as a whole, that's the reason why Dame ended up bringing him over there, because they had that big buzz.
Let me ask you this: you don't think Rockefeller and being associated with Hove assisted their movement? I think it helped propel the movement myself. I don't think Dipset is as strong if they're not associated with State Prop, Hove, and the rest of them. To me, I don't think the phenomenon is the same. I don't see it.
I
Keep in
still
mind, I
think it
worked
is.
that finish line when they was popping, so I was opening up product in the back, pink jerseys, pink wristbands. That's Cam, pink laces. So I get it. I know
But
what
that
the
was
movement was.
before The Rock, though. He came down in the pink Range Rover and pink phone and coat and all that stuff before he got on The Rock.
But I'm talking about when it got to the point that it was retail. Like I saw it become
it was
retail.
already there, though.
No, man.
That's the reason. See, Dame, you got to recognize Dame's game. He knew what was going on.
That's the reason why.
Pop. That's the reason why he brought him over to The Rock.
That's fair.
And gave him that position.
They got the Harlem connection too. I get it. I just think being associated with Hove and the rest of them, I guess, just helped it. But my point is, I'll never knock it and say it wasn't real.
Also think about it like this too. When they came over, that's when the shit was pretty much sinking.
Okay.
Think about it, because when I think Dame made Cam president of operations or something like that.
Yeah.
Jay wasn't feeling that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a really awkward interview one time. I think it was in like MTV.
He's on 106 in Park.
Yeah. It was really funny.
Either way, their pie chart to me is probably 75% beats, 25% raps and other things.
I can dig that.
Shout out to the Heat Makers because they laced them.
J.R. Rodder was hard back then, though.
You know what? I ain't never do that, but I feel you. I'm trying to think what else will be another one that I put in there.
The Wu-Tang affiliates brought down the Wu-Tang brand.
I ain't mad at that.
And not only that, they peaked in the early 2000s.
I ain't mad at that either.
Who's they? The affiliates or
Wu-Tang?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess because I'm such a Wu-Tang fan, I guess.
And I used to be.
He's chasing nostalgia.
That's what it is. I like the nostalgia aspect of it.
Hey, that last album had some heat, though.
It wasn't bad.
I thought it did too.
It had some heat.
Like when you see what some of these dudes are doing now, like to me, like they've done it. You know what I mean? When you see that, like what RZA does, and it's like more than just music. I mean, scoring films and like doing all this other stuff.
Dude
like,
is talented.
Everything Meth has done, like all the stuff Raekwon does, he still makes really good solo projects. Like he puts some stuff out.
But that's
everything
not really
Ghostface does.
That's not really Wu-Tang as a group.
Sure.
That's more so what I think you mean, right?
Because I could go both ways. Really,
a lot of people had more success outside of being in Wu-Tang than they.
That's what I mean. Like, but they wouldn't be who they are without Wu-Tang.
I guess
people
their sound became.
They fly the Wu-Tang flag.
Yeah, their sound. I guess their sound became stale to me after a while, and probably right after the W-esque, outside of a few projects and a few joints, and a lot of it was Ghost stuff. And Ray.
The Iron Flag had a handful, but the W was the last time I was truly, you know what I'm saying, checking.
It just stopped being innovative, I think.
Yes, but they early stuff we all know is timeless.
Tamala James in the Gravel Pit video.
I see you.
A1.
I see you. I see you.
I was not a big Iron Flag. That's probably my least favorite Wu-Tang album of all time.
I wasn't huge on it either.
8 Diagrams was okay, I thought.
They start losing me. They start losing me at 8 Diagrams.
Yeah, that one
Better
was
World Tomorrow,
album.
all that. They lost me. They lost me with them.
Better Tomorrow, I thought. You guys I know. Was that the one you guys ripped into the production for?
No, actually, that was the most recent one.
What was that the most recent one? The Saga Continues? Is that the mathematics one?
I don't even remember. Yeah.
I think it is. And the joint with Redman is hard. That's my favorite song on the album.
Dope song.
They got some heat on there.
I felt different than you guys on that one. That was all mathematics. But
yeah. He did lace them, though.
But I understand where you're coming from. Where people, I mean, I've heard people say that. And that's the thing is like with these, like, I'm sure people heard me say how much I don't think those two dudes are good rappers, and that really pisses people off. Like,
who's not good rappers?
Just about Rick Ross and Lil Wayne.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
But like, I'm a huge Wu-Tang fan, and like, it's cool. Like, it's just an unpopular opinion. Like, you know what I mean?
Wayne's always, there was a place and time where he was kind of on his stuff, but
hey, there was.
But I never thought that he was like, he was just clever enough, in my opinion, to where like his little similes, they were like kind of clever,
dude.
But they weren't like overly clever. They're like. It's like he was bridging the popular, like grabbing those people.
Wayne had about a 2-year span, though.
To your point, he dropped a project. One of the projects he dropped
about a 4-year span.
That same day, people were literally mocking the way he rapped on like social media and stuff, like making up little raps, like it was like rap like Lil Wayne. Like that's not good if you're a rapper.
This was what I'm talking about was a little bit before that, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's not a good look. For a rapper.
Rapper like Cameron.
I think
that's computers computing.
Yeah.
I think the last one for me, and I know we got to jump to something else, was, and I got so many people that get on me about this one. Why, I don't know. But Kendrick Lamar's first 3 albums are bodying Lupe Fiasco's first 3 albums. Solely off the fact that Lasers is trash.
I'm going to take a quick restroom break. I'll be right back.
Solely off the fact that Lasers is trash. So That's just me now.
Man, I can see that because Food and Liquor was dope.
Food and Liquor is a masterpiece.
The Cool
where
was
where
dope.
the camera at? Food and Liquor is a masterpiece.
The Cool
It
was,
is.
to me, better than Food and Liquor.
I like Food. I like the Cool. The Cool is brilliant.
Yeah.
But Food and Liquor to me is a masterpiece.
It is.
There's nothing wrong with that album at all.
So why don't we just adjust it instead of the first 3 albums, the first 2 albums?
So you got
Food and Liquor and the Cool
are we counting Section 80?
Does it matter?
Yes, it does.
Does it really though?
Yeah, because Section 80, are we counting Section 80 as an album?
My point
is,
is
we doing
that,
Good Kid and To Pimp a Butterfly?
I guess what I'm saying
I mean,
is,
if you're saying that 3 bodied his body of work, that means that whether you count Section 80 or Good Kid, Mad City as his first album.
I always thought
Section 80 is a mixtape.
that's what I was saying. Like, I don't know if Section 80 is actually. I'm thinking good
Mixtape. That was right.
Yeah. Right. I follow you. I don't know, man. Like that's the only thing that always that bothers me because like, do I want to count Section 80 as an
I guess what I'm saying is it doesn't matter because all 3 of those projects are good. All of Kendrick's projects are good. They're all just as good as Lupe's first 2 projects.
They're good.
And Lupe's first 2 projects are really good.
Really good.
So
really good. Yeah, that one's always one that kind of gets
to me. It's one of those where like they've reached that level of being good to where you don't compare them. Like, just let it go. Now lasers.
I wouldn't even see that's
I just
why
didn't
I
rock with
say,
lasers. I just did rock with lasers.
I didn't rock with Lasers either, and I was hoping it was gonna be dope because like the leading single.
What was the single on lasers?
What was that?
I cannot remember the single on lasers, which is another reason why.
I can't remember. It was dope though.
But it was misleading because the album was.
It was
whack.
very misleading.
But his latest, one of his recent projects was actually pretty good.
Oh yeah.
The joint that had murals on it.
Where he rapped for
like 6 minutes or something.
That was brilliant.
Yeah.
That was brilliant. Yeah, I'm
was
in
real
on
dope.
that. Yeah, he had a couple joints on there. It was Tetsu. I can't.
Yeah,
pronounce it.
Tetsu and so.
Yeah, but that was like he had some bars on there, no doubt about it. But that's just one that usually gets people a little frustrated with me. So it's all good. It's all subjective. Music is so subjective. I tell people that all the time.
Do you think Kendrick is as lyrical as Lupe is?
No, I think he makes better music. I don't think he's as lyrical. I think he makes.
I don't
better
think
music.
he's as lyrical either. But
Lupe, when we
don't
talk
know.
about
I think
bars, Lupe
argue.
is amazing.
yeah, his entendres and everything is just too,
Off the
too,
Cool alone, like if you think about it, he's brilliant as a lyricist. I think Lupe's albums are more enjoyable. I mean, Kendrick's albums are more enjoyable for me. To me, I think he makes better records. Plus, he can rap.
It was a lot of people on your post too saying that Kendrick has no memorable bars.
Oh man, I didn't see that one because
You didn't see that?
It's so many.
I disagree with that one.
I didn't see
Yeah, I
all
do
of them.
too.
Yeah, I didn't see all of them. I saw one dude that told me Jay-Z's Blueprint is the only classic record that he has.
That's
Everything else
bullshit.
is trash. Not okay. Everything else is trash.
That's bullshit. And this
I
is
was
what
like,
I'll
come on,
say
man.
about the whole Kendrick doesn't have any memorable bars. It's because like it goes back to the Lil Wayne thing. People are trying to listen for that punchline bar that's going to stick in your head like a nursery rhyme.
Right.
He writes differently.
Right. When somebody's writing verses
Yep.
that all you have to damn near hear the whole verse to understand exactly where he's going.
You
That
pointed
whole
out.
verse is a bar.
You pointed out the line to me when Damn came out. That went over my head.
Man, it went over everybody's
the
head.
JT line
The
from
J-
the 5
man,
Heartbeats.
Yeah.
Get it, JT.
Yeah, that
Nobody. I bet you. There's still people that don't get that.
Yeah.
Nah, he
like,
said work it, JT.
Work it, JT.
Work at JT.
The first time he said it, I knew exactly where that came from.
I didn't catch it until you pointed it out. It was the week the album came out, and I was
This is
like,
what
"Yo,
God
that's funny."
feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's cold though. Like
Yeah.
that's our culture. That's hip hop. Like that
That's
was
kind of
dope.
like Andre 3000. He would say stuff that you wouldn't quite get yet, and then you might be riding listening to it.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, shit.
I think Kendrick. I think
All
I've
right.
said this before. Kendrick's like the new extension of like an Andre 3000 to me, man. In a lot of ways,
He's
Like,
different, man. He's in his own lane, and I
Yeah.
like that about him. I appreciate that. But no,
Just
I'm not
very
one of-
artistic, man. Like Lupe is too. And Lupe can probably like spit,
oh Lupe,
you know,
bar wise,
probably better than Kendrick. But like,
bar wise, he's better.
I mean, Kendrick shit isn't just like poppy either. Like it's deep. You know, he's got some depth, and
I do something.
Yep.
you know, it's very smart and well thought out and intelligently done. So
If the music nerd in me loves To Pimp a Butterfly, so
Yeah.
you know, I thought that shit was brilliant. So I rock with To Pimp a Butterfly. musically, how it's set up, skits, the for sale
I'll
interlude,
go
all
with
that shit
all
is
of
dope.
it.
Yeah, that shit is dope. All right, man. So
Kendrick ain't out here bullshitting.
that one went a
true.
little longer than I thought, but that's good. It's all good. Let's pay some bills real quick. Shout out to Coleman Dental, 317-255-8546. Get your teeth right if you are in the Indianapolis area. BringingDownTheBand.com, as always, is the hub. Printfinity, make sure that you support your local businesses. Got some fresh merch coming out. I can't wait till y'all see my line. We got the Bloke Paddington line that's coming out as well on Printfinity. So
Fine clothes.
a lot of things popping. He's trying to expand the brand. It's just dope that he's found his artist to do that with. Shout out to Team Backpack as well. We appreciate the partnership with them. And yeah, I gotta make sure we pay those bills. Now, let's jump into. We got a lot of music to try to squeeze in before we get out of here. This is somewhat local, I guess, in terms. Well, it is local in terms of M80. M80 was on the Source website. M80 is Matthew Markoff. He's a Wu-Tang affiliate. Resides in Indianapolis.
AR, he doesn't reside here.
Used to.
I thought he lived. He moved.
He used to live.
He's lived
here.
in California
I
for
thought he still lived
minute.
here. So he pops up here. I'm tripping.
Yeah, he pops up in Trolls Nouveau in the Vogue.
Oh, word! Shout out to him. I guess he's a master troll.
Shout out to M80.
Yeah, that's what's up. So it says, and this is per the Source. It says, most recently the A&R extraordinaire has been helping craft a new
Self-titled.
Yes. A new Ghostface album entitled The Lost Tapes, which he executive produced. It says, now the Indiana native has shared the track list, release date, and the album exclusively with Hip Hop DX. So I guess I'm doing my wrong.
Source DX. Yeah, you know.
It's all hip hop. It's for the culture. He like when I say that.
Mm-hmm.
It has features from E40, Snoop Dogg, let's see, Crooked Eye, 𝗏𝗏, dang, Big Daddy Kane, 𝗏𝗏, Raekwon, 𝐀𝐁𝐎𝐃, and
That
others.
is dope,
Cheek
dude.
Looch.
I'm a 𝐁𝐿ooch fan,
Definitely
and
says
I think it's
Sheik,
going to be
right?
awesome to hear Ghostface with E40
So
together.
I'm
That's
in for
dope.
this. I hope this is just good, grimy Ghost. I'm in. Like I'm.
So it's called like a Lost Tapes.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm curious to hear how this goes.
I don't
Would you
know.
guys be excited about this? Which Ghost is this? Is this
Here's
Yes,
my
stuff that's
thing.
in
Yes,
the
I would
vault,
be
or is
excited.
this, what's up? I don't know.
I really like Ghostface. Here's my only thing.
All right.
If this is a project that's pieced together with Ghostface verses
Okay.
and random other people's verses over random beats and everything's synced up wrong, then it will suck.
I will agree 100%.
And this has happened before, similarly with these type of projects.
Facts.
So as long as it's not that, then yeah, it'll probably be good.
I can dig it. Spoolz.
Indeed, I'm looking. I mean, as long to Sean's point, yeah, I wouldn't want it to be that, but I like I was just saying before, I'd love to hear Ghost with
Who produced
E40.
I didn't see the. I don't think they listed the production credits, but hopefully it's.
I don't know if it's just one producer though.
Has Ghost done songs with 40 before?
Not that I know of.
I don't think so.
Uh-uh.
That'd be a
gonna be
damn
awesome.
interesting feature though.
Oh,
like
dude,
a
I
collab,
can't wait to
mean.
hear that, man. That's
It'd be
like two
very
of my
interesting.
favorite MCs and rappers ever.
You know, we messed with 40, so I'd be curious to see how that goes.
Obviously, Ghost and Ray was one of the best duos of all time, in
I
my opinion.
I think their chemistry
Throw
is
𝗏𝗏 in there,
amazing.
that's dope.
Snoop,
Snoop.
Planet
yeah,
Asia.
Planet
Snoop
Asia's
Snoop.
dope.
Big Daddy Kane, that's dope.
That's gonna be cool. So
yeah, that's dope.
no, I hopefully it's not like I said what Sean said, and it's I'm looking forward to hearing it though.
I
for
think
sure.
he and Sheik will be mad grimy,
Sheik's
extra
like-
grimy.
People, here's another one. People look at me crazy when I say 𝐁𝐿ooch is
You
my
like him the
favorite
best in the locks.
in the locks. Yeah.
Really?
He's
Yeah.
also my least favorite in the locks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
that's your unpopular opinion.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
a very good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sheik
Sheik
is your
Looch.
favorite?
Didn't
Stop.
say it was the
Locks?
best. That's what's
No,
he
but
didn't
yeah,
say
I
he did say the
okay.
best.
All
I
right,
said
you-
he's my
He did say the
favorite.
best.
All right.
Jade is
Fair enough.
Jade is probably the best. He's the best. But
I
you
don't
know,
know.
I
Styles
like
has
all
risen.
three of them.
Styles has risen in the last few
There's
years.
a lot of
I agree
there's a
with
lot
that.
of styles.
I like all three of them a lot.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of people out there that are pro Styles P when it comes to the locks. More lately.
It's
You know what
more.
I'm saying?
It's more of the last
Jada
handful
Kiss
of
Lab.
years too. Because Jada had it on lock for a long ass time.
Long
Oh, for
time.
sure.
So
Yeah.
I could dig it.
But yeah, that sounds cool, and looking forward to hearing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll see.
props to him for
I'll
doing that.
definitely check it out when it comes out. You know what I'm saying? He's
Okay.
got something going on now where you can spend like $20 to get the album, get a signed poster or something Or
I could rock with that.
I can dig it.
I mean, we was literally just talking about that's the way to sell a CD nowadays.
For sure.
You gotta put something else with it. But
Merch.
New Ghost.
New Ghost face.
We shall see. I definitely will. Like you said, I'm gonna check it out. So hopefully it's not patchwork.
TMF Wu-Tang Clan.
That's right.
Word. So
Juan.
That's the greatest solo release, by the way, from the Wu-Tang Clan. Easy, Supreme Clientele to me.
I'll go ahead and put a pin in that one.
Yeah, All right, let's check out. Red August is not feeling that. Robert Glasper has some very interesting things to say about Miss Lauryn Hill. This was brought to our attention, I believe. I'm gonna see if I get this right. Jay Diff is the one that mentioned this, correct?
Oh, I am.
Oh, okay, thank you, sir.
Cool.
I saw the headline. I didn't read it though.
So the paragraph is mad long in terms of he was doing a radio interview. I tried to get a couple.
Tell the people who Robert Glasper is.
Robert Glasper. I call him like a jazz / neo soul / R&B piano player, composer. Like he's just amazing, man. The Robert Glasper Experiment. He's dropped, I think, 2 of those albums. Black Radio.
He's got a remix album with 𝐀𝐁 𝐢𝐲.
Yeah, like
he actually came out this year. I forgot about that.
We raffled that off in our Patreon.
We did.
The boy's bad, man. Period.
Is.
The boy's bad, and he has some interesting stories about Lauryn. The paragraph was so long, I just got a few excerpts from that, and here's one where he said they were rehearsing. It was 1 week. This is keep in mind his homie is the one that was running this show. The show was at the. Let me make sure I got this right. What was the venue? It's called the Mont Blanc Jewelry Corporation. I guess they put the show on. This is 2008.
Just like a 20-minute performance.
So 10 years ago.
Yeah, she's supposed to perform for 20 minutes. She got $500,000, and I think they split up. The amount for them was not disclosed in the interview, but she got $500,000 to perform.
What was it? 5 band members, or was it more than that?
I want to say 5.
Okay.
For that, and he was on the keys, obviously. So he said they were working for 10 hours a day. And then one day she came in and she just left like it's a wrap. And the manager says, Lauryn's really not feeling the way you guys have been learning the music, and we're gonna have to cut your pay in half.
Imagine that.
Then there's another excerpt that says, yeah, that's some fuck shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then the radio host says, so the rumors are true about her. He said 100%. He says the manager for Lauryn at the time, whoever that was, says you have to refer to her as Miss Hill.
Miss Hill, and you can't
make eye contact with her.
Oh my.
Yeah.
So he's basically telling these horror stories about how she is in rehearsal, how she's mad Hollywood late all the time, which we already know. People laugh at this point about how late she is to the shows, but
I think that's
pretty much
ridiculous.
She hasn't earned the right to pretty much act.
That
like
was the headline. She hasn't earned the right with one album, which is an all-time classic.
But see, this is how
to act that
Robert kind of killed her though, because once that was announced, he was like, "Well, looks like after I finish my sandwich, I'm going home."
Yeah,
because he was pretty much the main piano player for whatever was going on.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, I pretty much knew once I dip, they gonna want me back because I'm the one that's pretty much been.
He was the guy. You
know what I'm saying? Holding it down, keeping the key or whatnot. So they pretty much chased him down and was like, nah, we don't want you to leave, blah, blah, blah. He's like, only way I'm gonna stay is if you wire all my money right now.
Yep.
Because I don't trust y'all now.
As he should.
We've been pretty much rehearsing for 10 hours a day. And now a day before the show, Lauryn's not even here, mind you.
Yep. She missed the last rehearsal.
Yeah, and you gonna tell me that we only getting paid half now, last day before.
Yeah, that's,
he's like, you got to. Also, he was bringing up too how Lauryn had hit him up about auditioning for her. And he was like, you need to check my credentials. I'm not auditioning for you. I got albums. Listen to my albums. He
actually said I'm the number one. I think it was the number one jazz album that was in the country currently that time. Like he started spitting off all his credentials. Like I'm not about to come in here.
No, I'm not auditioning. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad he said it. And
I am too.
I'm not somebody that's a Lauryn Hill hater. Even when she came here, I was reluctant to buy a ticket, and I didn't because I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know which Lauryn Hill was going to get.
Right.
So, although I wanted to see the show,
yep,
I was like, I'm not going to take that gamble. Everybody says she put on a good show here, though.
But I heard the lead up to it is mad frustrating because everybody goes into it thinking or knowing, I should say,
Tension.
that she's going to be intentionally late. You saying? For
I said it's just
4
tension.
hours?
Tension. You know, like,
tension. Okay.
You buy a ticket not knowing if somebody's going to show
It's
up.
like
you don't buy a ticket.
gambling.
Yeah,
like
that's gambling.
I don't go to
Yeah.
casinos. I'm not trying to go see Lauryn Hill.
Word.
Yeah.
I pay for what I want. I want a performance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm
messed up.
I'm glad he
Called her all the way out.
Yeah. And he was like, the radio host said, well, there's a chance that she's going to see this. And he's like, 100%. Like, so what? Like, he did say, I'm not the person that's going to be hating on Lauryn Hill forever or anything, but facts are facts. Like, that's just the way he
it's
feels.
true.
And he was telling his experience. So shout out
This
to...
is what I say, too, about
It's
Lauryn
not like he's
Hill.
making something up.
Nah. Yeah,
Right.
this sounds very believable. This sounds very believable to me. Would you say, Diff? I'm sorry.
All right, so with Lauryn Hill, everybody holds her at this high regard, which I can understand. She has classic material with the Fugees.
Yes.
And she has
one of the best albums I've ever heard.
She has one great solo album.
That Fugees album is one of the highest.
People
like,
say
the best-selling
Unplugged is considered
rap
an
albums
album
of all time.
The Score.
I'll argue that one as far as Unplugged being considered an album. In my opinion, she has one album.
Me too.
And he also was talking about how she steals. He said a lot of that, the material on Miseducation was stolen, and she didn't give credit to people.
And he was like, I know the producers and the writers for that album, and I know those are my homies, and we know the process. Like you out here fronting, which is crazy as well.
And what I'm saying is, like, I rock with Lauryn Hill, but she does not have enough material, in my opinion,
to act like
that. Or even I don't know. I don't even know the word I'm looking for, man, because it's just a pattern.
Yeah.
It's been an ongoing pattern forever.
So if this was 10 years ago, would this be the beginning of the pattern?
Yep. Actually, it may have been going on longer than that.
Yeah.
Either way, it's still...
I mean, that's a long time ago.
That's a long time ago.
To be on some bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And then remember when she was in debt, then she decided to come back out. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't she get locked up for a while? Or she was getting threatened to be locked up
Something
for a
like
while?
that, yeah.
I thought she got locked up for a little bit.
Was it
tax
Tax
evasion?
stuff, yeah.
On that Wesley Snipes?
Something like that.
Shout out to Wesley, though.
That Marley brother fucked her head up.
Man.
She's so far gone.
So far?
So far gone.
How far?
Shouts to Common.
Yeah,
man. It's unfortunate.
I mean, even with when Kanye dropped his first album, when he was the real Kanye,
yeah,
he was trying to get
I
Lauryn
don't
on
know
the
what
song.
the fuck going on now.
He was trying to get Lauryn on the song on All Falls Down, because there you go.
Sing that long.
I think Selena
Sing that
Johnson
long.
ended up singing that for Kanye.
He couldn't get the sample cleared.
Because
Right?
Lauryn didn't want to sing.
Yes, sir.
Lauryn was supposed to sing on the track.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It was a sample, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
a
a sample, but
He did get
Selena,
it cleared. He did get it cleared. Yeah.
right.
That's what it was.
So
voice on
Selena
that,
ended
see.
up singing it.
Yeah.
Lauren didn't want her voice on it. That was it.
So I bet she still got check off of it then.
Oh, she definitely gets some.
Mhm.
She gets
She just
some
didn't want her
bread.
voice on it. Interesting.
Very.
There you go.
You know, Kanye was in the news.
Which Kanye?
Well, whatever.
The new Kanye.
Wherever he's at right now.
The sucking.
First of all, Kanye dropped a joint
He was in Kimmel.
to.
he
He
was
was
on
on
Kimmel.
Kimmel.
yeah.
But he sent Clark Kent. Shout out to Clark Kent. You talk about for the culture.
DJ?
DJ
Oh, yeah.
Clark
No doubt.
Kent.
Can you get it out? Can
And
you
his
say
shoe
it?
collection is cold.
Superman.
Yeah.
He dropped a joint Kanye sent to him called Ecstasy.
Man, that shit is
Trash.
And that's actually one of the Lucy's that could have possibly ended up on the 7-track joint.
I don't.
Trash.
It probably would have made the Ye album worse. if he put
He on there
Ecstasy
talking
there.
about you got 6 thoughts, I got more of them.
Yeah,
You wanna what do you say? You wanna fuck your
that's
your,
ecstasy.
your sister-in-law? I got
that's
4 of
ecstasy.
them. Pretty much saying he wanna fuck all his sisters-in-law.
There's
That's
somebody
weird.
There's somebody right now on Facebook that's typing up a post saying how Ecstasy is just 10 years ahead of the curve,
Yeah.
and we don't understand yet
Man,
what
fuck
Kanye
that
has
track.
planned.
And the only reason he dropped it is because he got tongue-tied on Jimmy Kimmel when he was pretty much on there praising Trump and this, that, and the other. And
he
Jimmy
threw him
Kimmel
a
called him.
curveball low key. He did.
Who?
Kimmel's question. I like how he threw it at him because
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, I like that he asked him that because I wanted to see how he wanted to answer, and then it conveniently went to break.
Well, I mean, he wasn't saying nothing.
I mean,
But
he
he
could have.
But
He
he
could have
tweeted that
addressed
he
it.
tweeted that he didn't.
He could have addressed it when they came back from break, though.
Bingo.
That's what
Yes.
I'm saying.
And he still hasn't.
That's
has
pretty
he?
much. I mean, he tweeted something saying
He tweeted
that
after
the
the
way
fact.
it happened.
I saw that, but
They
he didn't
cut-
address
Nah.
the
No,
question.
No, he just said
He
he ran.
still-
He said he ran out of time.
He just dropped ecstasy. There you go.
Ecstasy is trash.
Trash.
I don't do the drug, but I'm just saying
Mm.
the song is trash.
It is.
Yeah. So somebody, like I said,
God
somebody's
damn it, Kanye.
somebody's typing right now how this is 25 to 30 years ahead of his time.
But maybe it is.
Mm.
But maybe it is.
Thanks, Lone.
This is just
So
like
that would be
on,
another unpopular opinion that I would. I mean, just like Kanye West in general. Like, I don't think he's there. There's just certain people that I think have been hoisted up into this like great level over time, and
Kanye kind of earned the great level and then he pissed it away.
Up until my
Well, he's
dark
pissing
twisted
it away,
fantasy, I
in
would.
my
I don't know.
opinion.
It depends on how. Maybe we have a different idea of great.
That's true. That could be true. That could be
so,
true.
so we talked about Lupe's first whatever albums.
Yeah, 3 or 4 albums.
Kendrick's
we'll call it.
first.
Yeah.
Can you put Kanye's in that?
No question.
Yeah.
College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation are 3 amazing albums.
Yes. they
Period. You can easily put
are.
his
I don't care
in
what
there.
nobody say.
Yeah. My Dark Twisted Fantasy is cold.
Cold blooded.
He came out the
That's
gate.
number 5, right?
Yeah, because 808s.
808 and
between
Heartbreak
them.
is tight though.
But that's I missed 808s, but I caught it later.
Hmm.
But that's 4 out of 5 for me that are just amazing records. So don't get it twisted. Up until that point, Kanye was he was going that direction.
I don't
Yeah,
disagree. I
man.
was just posing the question.
Yeah, I'm with you. No, I'm with
I
you.
feel like he's a different type of artist than Lupe is, and
He is.
than what Kendrick is. So
Yeah, I agree.
Actually,
I didn't even know if you
Lupe's
can-
first feature or first time a lot of people
yeah,
heard
Touch the
him
Sky.
I was on
was
Touch
on
the Sky.
Kanye.
Yep.
Shout out to Curtis Mayfield.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Um,
Absolutely.
but yeah, like that.
Thirsty
Kanye's
15.
his first joints was amazing. So then he dropped. He lost me with Jesus.
Yeah.
After that, I was
Well, anyways, we've talked about that.
Yeah.
So
I was out.
Mhm.
Back to the
Um,
female MCs though.
women.
Okay.
Nicki Minaj dropped an album.
Yes, Queen. Correct.
Yes.
So I listened to it. The Dreams joint that she flipped. Shout out to Biggie. Rest in peace. I thought this was very clever. I thought it was very creative. I don't think it was meant to be, like serious shots. I think she was clowning. I laughed hysterically at the
Mhm.
special ed when she had a crush on special ed and she talked about designer getting out of special ed. I laughed very, very hard at that.
Did you?
Mm.
Did you LOL?
I LOL'd on that one.
LOL in
And
real
she was
life?
on Flex and said she literally was like, he was in special ed, right? Like in the interview with Flex.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
yeah, I definitely laughed extremely hard.
Yeah. She had some bars on there.
She had some bars on there.
And it was reminiscent to Biggie's. I
Yeah.
mean, Biggie called out a lot of R&B singers.
Yep.
Saying what he would have did, who he wouldn't have fucked.
I think she paid homage to it just fine, if you ask me.
I do too.
Spoolz, that was your first time hearing it, I think, right before we went on, right?
Yes. And
What'd you think?
I completely agree with you guys. Like, I thought she did a really, really good job. It was, it kept me wanting to hear more the whole time. She was being very clever and she did a good job of paying homage. Like, she killed it, man. It sounded good.
Yeah, so I listened to the album. I ran
Haven't
it once.
listened to that yet. No.
I ran it once at work. She's
I
got a
looked at the cover art.
see. I listened to the album, man.
Provocative.
She's got
Gets the people going.
she got some pop records on there, man. But it's also
it's Nicki Minaj.
but she's stunting too, though, like bar wise. Like
I mean,
she's
she
letting
is.
people know that she cares about rap, and I think that's dope.
She got Eminem on there. She got is Future on there?
Foxy Brown.
Foxy Brown is on there.
Interesting.
They ganging up against Lil Kim and Cardi, I guess.
I guess.
I don't
Well,
know.
that's corny.
Stop.
I'm
man.
just talking shit. That's not really
I
what
was going to say,
happened.
why Lil Kim? She's not doing anything.
Well,
Lil'
Lil
Kim
Kim
really does
doesn't
not like-
acknowledge
yeah.
that Nicki Minaj is even
Right.
out here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She
I
said
feel-
she's
I
just
feel
still
bad.
in
feels
style.
like Nicki Minaj didn't
Dude,
pay her homage to her or whatnot.
That's
I feel
a fact.
bad for Lil Kim.
But hey, it is what it is.
I can't even recognize Lil Kim.
I know,
we grew
man.
up on
I
Lil
feel
Kim.
bad.
Yeah,
Yes.
she looked way different.
Yeah, I can't even recognize Lil Kim.
Mm-mm.
But Nicki did her thing, man. I think the album is solid. I only listened to it once, so I'm not gonna jump out the window. I hate 24-hour classic people that's like, yo, man, the album is flawless. I'm like, you didn't even listen to the whole thing.
Or, oh, they're great.
Calm
What
down.
about that Trippy Red though?
Trash. Oh,
Did
I'm
you
sorry.
actually listen to it?
I listened to that work. I'm too old for that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave it at that. Yeah.
Trippy Red, bro.
Trash.
All right, so
Get your money, young man. Get your checks.
There's a lot of talk saying that this Trippie Redd album is great and this, that, and the other. Hey, I listened to it and I was upset while I was listening to it.
How upset were you?
Man, I had like this face.
You know why I'm mad? Let me tell you why I'm mad.
Were you that mad?
Yeah, man, and I didn't even listen to it. Like, I mean, this is my thing, man, with Trippie Redd. I'm tired of all these rappers, because y'all rappers.
Yeah.
Y'all rap.
I don't rap.
They rappers, bro.
Stop.
They like to say, I'm not a rapper, I'm a rock star.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's the corniest shit I've ever heard.
It's very corny. And what gets me is the whole fake emo alternative sing-songy moaning without a band ass shit. If you're gonna do it, at least get a band.
Put a pin in
if
that.
You ain't
Red
hip hop,
August, please.
If you ain't hip hop, if you ain't rapping, get you a band and go out.
What you say,
get
man?
It all the way in.
Songy, emotional. You
It's
probably can't say it again.
Songy, emotional, moaning, fake ass alternative shit without a band.
Please get me that. I need that Red August.
That's pretty much what it is.
That's exactly
it's like
what it is.
You trying to be Green Day, but you can't.
I call it lean head rap.
Man,
like that's what I think it is. It's lean head rap. Like
they
all
don't.
all
There's
these
no
kids,
Travis Barker on the drums.
No.
I mean, come on. If you gonna do it right.
I think it's
you
lean
know what I'm
head
saying.
Rap.
If you gonna try to be Nirvana, find your Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
Get your band members together, bruh, because you ain't a rock star out here.
Yeah.
And people keep giving them that credit because they doing that sing songy,
yeah, they gas them,
moaning and shit.
Like,
I'm not really feeling
Lil Uzi verse swear like
they might
fuck
say
all this rap hip hop shit. I'm a rock star. Like nigga, that's a cop out. You just can't rap.
You can't rap. You finding your lane. And these, hey, I don't know. I'm done with it. That Trippie Redd album is trash.
Yeah, I'm cool.
And that may be an unpopular opinion to a lot of people right now, but hey,
I really don't care.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it's trash. Like I said, I'm just too old for it, man. Like it's just not for me. And I will just I'll pass on that.
I'll pass too. Maxie dropped a good album.
Local
30 for
artists.
30.
Hey Sean, what do you think of the Trippie Redd album?
Haven't heard it.
Yeah.
Had no interest in trying to listen to it.
Yeah, I'm cool on Trippie Redd.
As soon as Terry told me, I don't. It's one of those things. Once Terry speaks, I can just take his word for it.
Yeah, you ain't missing nothing on this.
Vice versa.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, just like as soon as he said, all right, okay.
Yeah,
You might want to check this out. I'll be like, all right, I'll check it out.
Yeah, you ain't missing it on this one. Shout out to Maxie though, 30 for 30, right?
Hey Spoolz, what did you think about it? So, well, I haven't listened to it either. I really haven't listened to it. I've like when Trippie Redd came out, and I've seen some of his stuff, like videos on YouTube and stuff like that. But not really, just not my alley.
I'm sorry, Spoolz.
So what is
cool?
Thank you.
Sorry, where's Trippie Redd from? What
I don't know.
He's from Ohio.
I thought he was from California.
No, he's from the same city that
Slim Jesus.
Nah,
Machine Gun Kelly.
They might as well get together and make a band. But what's the name? Marilyn Manson. They're from the same city. I think that's why he says he's a rock star.
That worked out well.
He's not my cup of tea. So, from what I'd seen in the past.
These motherfuckers is gangster rock stars, though, because they try to act real tough and shit.
Hey, Lil Uzi did pull up on, what's the kid's name?
I think Uzi about that life, though.
I think I want to lean towards.
Is he from D.C.?
No, he's from
Philly?
Yeah. I feel like I want to believe that.
I think.
If he ain't, the people around him.
Uzi make a lot better music than Trippie Redd, in my opinion.
I'm cool on both.
And I don't really listen. I don't listen to Uzi Vert like that either.
I'll take your opinion.
But it sounds better.
It's certain age limit, man. I'm like,
hey, I'm gonna give everything a chance.
I do give it a shot. I listen.
I don't like this new version of emo in general. I think you were saying it was like more of an emo type thing. I haven't listened to it, so maybe I'm wrong. But what is considered emo now? I think emo some time ago, like what we used to call emo, was more lyrical. That's just my opinion.
Nah, these mugs is emotional about women and they drugs and
like it's lean
what
head
color
rap,
they want their dress to be.
Yeah.
So you remember Atmosphere?
Yeah.
They're coming here sometime soon, I believe, to the Vogue. And I really like Atmosphere. I have for a long
it's
time.
different though. Like the reason why I said emo is because.
But no, that's a term that others use. That's
a good point, Spoolz.
It's funny how that term's changed too. But
it's different now.
No, it's the same. I mean, emo is emo, but it's the sound of emo, I guess, has changed.
And these dudes really are out here.
It's not hip hop to have emotions.
You sound like what's his name?
I mean, it's not.
Who he sound like?
I don't. I disagree with. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know what you're just.
White Iverson.
Post
Post
Malone.
Malone.
Yeah, and
Dude
like,
sells a lot of records.
He does. He's very popular.
He sells a lot of records.
Yeah, he also makes rock music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he also
Or folk music. Folk
Good
music,
melodies
whatever.
as well.
What was
See that we've already told we've talked about that before, but yeah, like with the it's just syrup rap. Like that's what I call it, lean hair rap.
Hey.
You know, it's just
Forget about it.
Yeah.
What else came out? We said Maxi 30 for 30.
I haven't heard that
Tully
yet.
C.
Shout out to him though. Tully C.
Favor. Yeah.
I need to listen to those local artists here in Indianapolis, correct? I know Maxi, but I'm not familiar with Tully C.
Shout out to Maxi.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with Tully
And
C.
who's the other artist? The second artist?
Tully C.
Okay,
Favor. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that came out that I am forgetting. I don't think so. Any underground joints that we missing?
I heard Tyrone and 𝐀𝐻𝐿 put out a single that was pretty dope. I don't remember the name of it.
I haven't heard that one.
Phony People put out a video that was pretty dope.
I haven't seen that.
The Saba did a joint with the.
I rock with Saba.
I'm gonna have to look it up, but they put it. He was a feature on. I think it's a group from Chicago. It's not the whoever's, but I'll look that up.
Word. Yeah. So I want to give a quick shout out to I'm trying to think who I need to shout out real quick before I can get
all of Memphis.
Did I miss?
I think you might have.
Did I miss them? I missed them. All right. Shout out to Memphis, north, south, east, west, adjacent suburbs. Did I miss anything else?
Orangeville.
Okay. Shout out to Memphis. We love the music. Shout out to my East Coast family, man. I was out with my man DJ Nate Jeezy out in the DMV area. That's the homie. We went to Ball State together. He's out there doing his thing. DJ Cleveland Brown.
Y'all went to school with Papa John.
Don't do that, man. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. This is not the time for that. Nate Jeezy, I see you. I appreciate the love, homie. DJ Cleveland Brown was out there. DJ Harvey Dent. My man, Tall Black Guy, was in the building as well. So shout out to my East Coast family out there. They took care of me when I came to visit Touchdown.
Was Boyz II Men, BBD,
the Oh My's,
Ireland, they were there? The East Coast family?
Nah.
Speaking of traveling, shout out to my brother. He moved to Texas. I was down there. We drove down Thursday and Friday and moved him in. He's going to A&M. He's living in like Bryan, Texas, College Station, Bryan. Kind of drove around and got to check out the campus.
Acclimated.
Yep. Went to a national, like a library, like a presidential library. Went to George Bush's. It's on the campus.
George Bush's?
Yep, senior.
George Bush's.
So there's 14 of them. I think they're building barracks right now. Where Obama's in on the south side of Chicago somewhere.
Shout
where
out
it's
to
in
Hyde
plans. But yeah, shout out to my little brother, man. Congratulations, Trent.
Trenton.
Good job, man.
Shout out to Trent.
Events this Saturday is the Outkast Icon Live. I believe at the Jazz Kitchen, right?
Word. Who will be on stage for that?
I don't know.
A lot of people.
I know Black Eddie will. Shout out to Black Eddie. I think Pope will.
Okay.
Is Pope doing it?
Pope. I saw his name on the flyer.
Gray.
Gray. Shout out to Gray, man.
Is Kinetic doing it?
Is Jay Moore hosting that or no?
I don't know.
He said he'll be involved.
I'll be involved.
He'll be there with a libation.
We're doing the build. Actually, not this Thursday. Normally it's every third Thursday, but we're doing one down in Fountain Square next weekend before Treese. As a part of Treese, we're going to do a little. It's going to be a little bit different, so it's going to be kind of Treese based. But
Treese is approaching.
Our same thing, but it's going to. We're going to invite people to come out. So
follow
us for that information.
Awesome.
Is the Outkast joint, is that sponsored by, is that just Old Soul?
Old Soul, I believe.
Okay, word. Shout out to the homie Doug. Jay Diff, is there anything else, you got anything popping or anything in the queue, or you just going to be at the Outkast joint?
Yep.
Ha
Nah, I don't have anything planned other than that. And
rumor has
business as usual.
Rumor has it is you working on the Bloke Paddington line for Printfinity. That's the rumor. I saw something floating around on Instagram.
Yeah.
Is that going to be a little different from the Printfinity brand?
Yeah, I mean, because Printfinity is pretty much to create for everybody else.
Okay.
Loc Paddington is my joint.
More exclusive.
Word.
Man, I can't wait till my line come out.
Wait for some pocket squares, y'all.
New Section Leaders music every Saturday.
Every Saturday.
Yes, sir. We
Check for that.
Nada just dropped.
Yes, sir. We just dropped another joint called Nada. Shout out to the homie Grits. That is Grits, myself, and Lonegevity. We're just making a lot of dope music and having a good time. So we appreciate everybody's support. That is going to wrap up episode 94. Remember to subscribe to our Patreon /New Old Head site. We got a lot of great stuff going on. We just had a raffle today. We had someone win 2 hats and some wax.
Yeah.
The same person joint.
And this is just too random. We were just drawing names. So
yeah.
Y'all get down, be a part of the movement.
Shouts to the new patron.
Yes, sir.
Dwayne as well.
Dwayne,
Yes,
we
thank you,
appreciate
Dwayne.
you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining the squad.
Thank you to all of our other patrons.
Yes, sir. 𝐀𝐿 Dental, Printfinity, bringing down the band team Backpack. We appreciate you all, and we will see you all next week. Peace.
Peace.
Holler at your boy. Danny Glover looking motherfucker.